everybody. Today we'll be reading FGTeeV Campfire Tales Part 16. Let's continue. Run, Duddy said. Those werewolves are even faster than before. He could even... faster than before he could finish, the mummy stepped into their path again. Ah, Mummy! Duddy said, go that way, hurry. He waved the family in another direction, away from both the werewolves and the mummy. As they ran away, Lexi asked, which one of you said werewolves 3 times? Mike, it wasn't me. I didn't say anything. Someone said it 9 times. Chase said, because there are 3 of them. Mike, Lexi repeated. Wasn't me. It was me, a voice said in a thick European accent. Duddy looked to his left, then his right. Who said that? He asked. Chase and Mike knew. They didn't know where he was, but they knew Dracula's voice when they heard it. A bat swooped down from the trees to fly alongside the family. It passed over Duddy's shoulder and then suddenly banked left. Duddy stuck his arm out to stop the family, the way he did when he slammed on brakes in the car. Sean's face hit Mike's butt like a punching bag. The bat fluttered in place in front of Dud's like it was staring deep into his eyes, and then with a bright flash and a bang, the bat disappeared into a puff of smoke. When the air cleared, there was a pale man with black hair and long fangs that extended over his lip. He was wearing a cape and a fancy suit. Good evening, he exhaled. I am Count Dracula. Lexi saw the mummy come out of the woods. She pulled her arm away before it could touch her. The werewolves crept up behind the boys. There was no denying it. The family was surrounded. So you must be the FGTeeV family, Dracula drawled, saying, thank you for telling me about the 3 times thing. I used it to invite some of Wolf's friends to my dinner party. Wolf, asked Mike. Wolf, said the Count. Wolf, yes, what is a wolf? Dracula sighed. Wolf, he said. He held his finger on the sides of his head to mimic the wolf ears. Duddy let out a nervous laugh. If you were looking for some friends to play charades at your dinner party, you didn't have to sick the wolves on us. All you had to do was ask, right, kids? It was a silent, uncomfortable moment with until Chase tugged on Duddy's arm. Duds, he said, we're not the dinner guests. We're dinner. The werewolves snarled and stood up on their hind legs. They circled around the family, who were standing together, back to 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 back. Seize them, Count Dracula ordered. The werewolves pounced. Duddy squeezed his eyes shut. He was sure this was the end, but Lexi had other ideas. Zeus, she shouted, and with that the sky shuddered, and a bolt of lightning struck the ground nearby. The werewolves yelped and backed away. Duddy opened his eyes. He couldn't believe it, what he was seeing. A man in a white toga with long white hair and an even longer white beard floated down from the sky. In his hand a lightning bolt glowed with energy. The man landed with the grace of a feather, which was When Duddy realized that this is not some ordinary man, no, quite the opposite. This was a Greek god, and more specifically, the godliest god who ever was. It was Zeus himself. Which one of you puny humans have summoned me? Duddy's mouth fell open. I just figured Lexi admitted that if we could make 3 monsters appear by calling their names 3 times, why couldn't we also call in some good guys? Zeus flashed a smile and winked. Good thinking, mortal. And you didn't just call in some ordinary hero, but rather you got yourself the most powerful god in all of Mount Olympus, he said, and is the best looking, if we're being honest. No, Count interrupted, wagging his finger like a school teacher when this class won't stop giggling. No, this is not how it works.